Alright, it's that time again. Let's review some tiny toys. Transformers Gashapon collection. Oh, and by the way, if your name happens to be Autobot Sniper or Eskman 1999, I just want to say thank you for subbing to me, gentlemen. So I feel like I should give you the rundown on these guys. At my local electronics store, they have Gashapon machines, and in one of them, which really caught my eye, was one labeled Transformers 2 by Tomy. It looked like they were selling G1 Micromasters, so $20 in quarters later, I got myself a small collection to show off. So not counting all the differently colored doubles I got out of the machine, I got about 14 different Micromasters to show off to you today. So let's keep this short and sweet and get to the point. Offering number one is this tangerine tanker truck with some sort of purple ladder laser on it. I've never seen a vehicle like this before, and I have no idea who this character is. So I'm just going to give him the offset name of Tambourine Man. Little unfolding ladder that actually manages to pivot. Cool. I'll show you the transformation for this guy, because they're practically the same for all the rest. So if once you've seen it all. Front cab section, there's the legs. Classic, so you just flip them down like that. Turn it around and you got yourself a robot. Look at that. It's also got arms. Yay. That purple and tangerine color scheme look really nice in robot mode. This guy's a keeper. The next fig on our altar to be offered up is this, space shuttle or something. I'm gonna call this one Skylinks. Nothing too special about this guy, except the fact that he's maybe just a tad bigger than the other figs. So cool, you get a little more out of your dollar and quarters. You know, as simple and easy as it is to transform a Micromaster, I'm embarrassed to say I think I've mistransformed this guy. I'm pretty sure these legs are supposed to flip down, but they're either stuck or I'm doing something wrong because I can't get anything to move on the bottom there, even though I see a pin. Maybe it's to hold it into place, I don't know. But that's bot mode on Skylinks Jr. Not quite impressed with this one. And then there's this guy, which is easily my least favorite character out of the whole Gashapon set. Mostly because when I got doubles, it was this guy. Up front, I gotta say the design isn't bad. It's got a unique swooped look to it. The landing gear is actually folded down for some odd reason, and it has distinguishable weapons. You know, I'm not too terribly thrilled with bot mode either. It's mostly just leg. My god, look at this. Leg, and then if I lift up the cockpit here, more leg attached to a stump that has arms sticking out of the side. And not only that, but look, he's holding his machine guns out to the side. He can't even point them. He can just wave them like an air traffic controller. So that's what I'm gonna name this guy. Traffic Control. Now to wash the bad taste out of your mouth from that last fig, I offer up this beauty. This really nicely detailed red and white fighter jet that kind of looks like one of the rescue bots. But since I can't call him that, I'm gonna name him Herman. What these figures lack in articulation and gimmicks and so on that you expect from Transformers nowadays, at least they make up for it with nice detailing. In bot mode, Herman suffers the problem that he's just a stumpy figure with huge kibblitis, but this is pretty cool. Sharp plastic points. So now he's got razor arms. At least I can pretend it's a weapon. Now this is actually one of my favorite figs. Look at that. A tiny man on a tiny transformer. And the color scheme? Really good. This looks like Roadbuster. Except I'm not going to call this guy Roadbuster. I'm going to call him Murdoch. This really is a gorgeous figure. I mean, look, detailing, paint, little man on top, it's all there. Robot mode, equally awesome. Look at this, just beautiful. Little man cannon on the back too. You want to see something cool? That head? Well, you actually got to transform that separately. It pops down like that, and you use your nail to bring it out. Rah. Head reveal on a Micromaster. Oh, that's cool. And the next fig up is this guy, who I also find equally as impressive, and I might actually be a little familiar with. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Grease Pit. But hey, I'm on a roll with these funny names, so I'm gonna call this guy Truckosaurus. Big old beautiful white donut wheels. Tiny winch. It actually works. That upper chassis is cool too. It kind of looks like one of those 1930 Americana cars. Bot mode is where this guy really takes a hit. It's nowhere near as detailed and the face is kind of messed up, but hey, the red and white color scheme, he makes work for him, so good on you, guy. I mean, Truckosaurus. And this is surely one of the more odd Micromasters I got. It's a Fisher-Price colored dump truck, which I think was a Duocon at one point because of the giant peg hole in the back. Wow, there is no rhyme or reason for this color scheme at all. This really looks like if Devastator from Revenge of the Fallen could mass shift into a cement mixer. That color scheme unfortunately also affects the bot mode, so you can see how garish that looks. So that's your name, Garish Gary. Sticking with the Constructicon theme, let's move on to this little earth mover. Now this is the proper way to do a construction vehicle. Love this. Mostly solid one color on top, actual working shovel with great detailing on it, and the wheels bonus move really nicely. Not to mention they're the right color, black. Robot mode on this guy unfortunately has the same Technicolor Dream Coat of Terror that Garish Gary had, but this guy is making it work better for him than he did. So you, my friend, I dub the moniker Fabulous Frank. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, this sleek little car. Nice, that's all there is to it. Bot mode's pretty righteous. The only thing I can find fault with is that head is down there, sunk way too low, but not a deal breaker. It's a solid figure all around. So for the fact that this guy is showing up blue on my camera, but he's actually purple on my hands, I'm gonna call him Shifty. Get it? Because he's a car and the color shift and shut up. And one smooth segue later, right on to Shifty's big brother, this red police car. It's literally the same thing except for the light bar on the top of it, so you know it's an emergency vehicle. Now this is a rockin' little robo mode. I like what I see. Colors are nicely balanced, and I like the fact that his head goes above his shoulders. For you, my little friend, you have earned the name Redhead. And now we're talking lime green Jeeps with lavender tinted windows and yellow wall tires. Am I in LA? Bot mode's a nice surprise. It's fairly intricate. Extra step being these set of back tires here have to be moved out of the way before transformation can occur. Short stubby little tab for arms. Not a great fan of those. Still, color scheme looks great. So does that head. Coming out a winner in my book. You, my tiny friend, are a boss, which is why I'm gonna nickname you Tony Danza. And now another construction vehicle. This one I really like. It's still suffering from that persistent problem of too many colors, but this one, in my opinion, pulls it off nicely. I dig that warning stripe and the fact that they tried to make the arms part of the dump truck bed. That's cool. I do like that. This one's not only good, but in my opinion, he's gorgeous. So you're gorgeous, George. And finally, the last figure in my little collection I got going here, which is also easily the most recognizable one out of the bunch, Micromaster Hot Rod. I think this particular version of Hot Rod is the one that came out with Star Convoy in Japan. Well, that and the other one is red and this one's decisively blue, so I think I'll nickname this guy Aluminum Rod. But this is easily identifiable as Hot Rod. It's all there. Sweeping tailpipes, the engine block, the big old fin, everything. Now when you get to bot mode, good God, that color scheme. I really want to beat this guy with some sort of rod. Holy crap, this is ugly. Now Hot Rod has always been one of those polarizing characters that you either love or hate because of how he got Optimus Prime killed in the G1 movie. Personally, I like the guy. Sorry, can't help it. The movie's classic for a reason, because it's good. But this, wow, oh my God, this guy needs a serious blast of black paint to cover up this atrocity that they call a paint scheme. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't stand to look at this guy. I gotta go do that.